Hello Aquarius, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm Nicole. Aquarius, this is your August 2024 read. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel. Guys, always discern the messages accordingly. I apologize for the delay in getting your video and Pisces out. Just ran out of some time. That's all there is to it, right? It happens to the best of us. So, all right, Aquarius, we're going to jump right into your reading. See what's going on here mid-August through the end of August for you all. What you need to know, what you need to be aware of. Just, you know, any messages Spirit brings in. Your full throttle is a phrase that Spirit's repeated to me here a couple of times. Seeker coming out, dowsing rods. Aquarius, the path, it's like take the road less traveled here for you is really what I'm getting. There's something about going down a certain direction that you have done before. So this is potentially a repetitive cycle, something that's going on. You could also be closing or blocking people out of your life as we speak. I kind of feel like fixed signs are in need and due for a reading here for some reason as I say this. You know, Aquarius, I don't know if you guys had stocks and investments. I know it was, I think it was last week in the middle of me being stuck with Hurricane Debbie or Tropical Storm Debbie, whatever the hell she was at that point. The Dow Jones dropped, right? The stock market took a hit, a very significant hit during that period of time. Be mindful of your investments at this time is really what I want to say to you. Prayers. Money that has been gifted out is getting ready to be returned, but not without one more hit. Whatever that means for you, I don't know, but there's something around the money aspect here in regards to this take the road less traveled. Speaking of which, Spirit says, ego and individuality. Make sure you're separating the two. Who are you versus who is your ego? There's something around that energy when it comes to this. Pray not for the significance of a persona of who you wish to be seen as, but be your true self. I feel like Spirit is spitting out poetic justice here some way. I don't even know how to explain that to you right now, though. The messages as I've sat down the past 2 days to get these out to you all, the lingo from Spirit that I typically spend some time deciphering in these videos has come in a different form, which happens, which is not a bad thing. But I feel like there's a bit of a serious connotation to the decisions in which we are making as a collective right now that is very important for you to understand. And so if you took a hit, I'm going to say that if you took a hit recently financially, know that this is that rock bottom before the buildup. So something is being returned somehow. But this also means, whoa, where did that card come from? Knight of Pentacles, the return of, right? The offer of. This also means not doing it the way you did before. I'm no financial investor, so I'm not giving you financial advice. But what I will say is, as an example, maybe you invested in the Dow. You know, maybe you were doing the stock market thing. And now maybe looking at other forms of crypto or something like that. Like your investments are changing. So whether this is financial, this is your energy, this is your time, this is your efforts, something here is needing to change, Aquarius. And there's a reason that you took a hit on whatever. It could be love. It could be anything, right? It doesn't have to be money, but it's what's valuable to you. And, you're going to have to go about this a different way moving forward. Magical alchemy and inner oracle. You're the channel, deja vu, self-fulfilling prophecy, innovation. You know, talking about that innovation. Again, this is, you know, it makes me think of like AI kind of stuff. Like where we've been, like, you know, in my lifetime, I've seen the car phone, right? Now, here we are all these years later, and AI is telling us what's up, right? Like, there's so much that's changing, and I feel like Aquarius, this could even be a collective reading, really, in a way, Aquarius, with Aquarius and Pluto and all the things that are coming for the next 20 years. Your sign is that innovator, right? It is revolution, it is change, And Aquarius, I think that you're probably feeling this pretty powerfully right now. Not really sure what to do with it. You know, this card came out for Scorpio, and it's coming out for you guys. Temple Secrets. It breaks down to a 5. Secrecy, isolation, observation, ritual, magic is what is on this card. I'm looking at this and telling you intuitively, watch the company that you keep. You know, it makes me think back to, like, this is weird, Harvey Weinstein, right? Like, what a dirtball. You know, it's like, who did he associate with? You know, why I'm taking this avenue, and I don't know, I'm being guided to it. So here it is. If you deal with dirty players, Aquarius, you're going to get dirty offers. And you're going to end up with dirt on your hands, is really what I'm going to say to you. This is being very mindful of the company that you keep. It's got a retaliatory vibe, like they would throw you under the bus in a heartbeat to save their own ass. You may start to become privy to things that you don't want to know. You don't need to know. You may thought you wanted to know. There's almost like this curiosity that creeps in. It's almost like eavesdropping kind of thing. Like you hear something you weren't necessarily meant to hear, or you started to hear a bit of a conversation and it piques your curiosity. And, you know, here we are, Mercury retrograde, right? Communication. And with that, it's like, ooh, wait a minute. But then as the conversation deepens, you know maybe dirty little secrets. You know things you shouldn't know. You don't need to know. You becoming knowing of a particular knowledge may strike some kind of chord within you for something specific. I'm not quite sure why that is right now, but it's illuminating something here for you, Aquarius. 15, that number is also associated with the devil in the original tarot deck, but this particular deck is galactic vibration, personal conviction, raising your resilience, direct channel. You've been tuned into this for a specific reason, and I think you need to be mindful of that, because sometimes, you know, it's like we need to know as much as possible in a lot of ways, right? Like we need to learn, we need to be guided, we need to you know, it's like self-knowledge, teaching ourselves, right? Being aware of our surroundings, that kind of thing. But what I'm going to say to you, though, is sometimes that information is something that we go, I wish I would not have heard that, or I wish I wouldn't have known that. It's okay to explore it. But I'm going to tell you, too, when talking about the investments, Spirit's taking me back around a little bit here. If you're dealing with financial situations, lawyers may need like a higher, I wouldn't say necessarily a lawyer, but a higher knowledgeable kind of King of Swords kind of vibe may be necessary to help you see things from a bigger picture standpoint. You know, maybe you need a financial advisor. Maybe that's what you're looking into. But there's something about, there's an underlying tone to what is healthy and what is not in a particular situation. So you think about it like currency, right? Like think of it in this way. I don't know why money is such a big thing here for you guys, but it is. Think about the dollar bill, right? Like if you're using money for the good things, you know, charity, to provide, you're doing it in appropriate ways, or what is deemed as appropriate ways, there's integrity tied to that. But then there are people who, sickeningly enough, will use money for power and greed and child trafficking and just dirty fucking things that contaminate the purpose of a tool that was used to help us barter. For every good, there's an equal and opposite bad, right? Good versus evil, whatever, however you want to put that. But I think that there is something that's kind of working on you, that's making you feel a little fussy. I don't know if that's the right word. It's irritating you somehow. I don't know. This is gonna, the way these messages have come in, like, guys, there's so much going on that every individual person, regardless of sign, you're really going to have to discern what part of your life this fits into. But you're getting some kind of awareness here that is making you kind of question some of the people around you. Okay, when it comes to this road less traveled that you need to go on versus where you've been down before. There's a time period here Spirit is saying to break away, and I think you're walking into that right now, Aquarius. There's a lot of this break free energy that I've seen come up in the cards, and they're kind of redirecting me back to that as well. These could be casual friendships, casual business ships, situationships, whatever ship you're riding. Let's see, what is this dowsing rods about, Spirit? You could be dealing with a Sag or a Capricorn as well. I talked about using things for the good. This card is zoo. When I think of zoo, like I always kind of make jokes like my house is a zoo. There's chaos going on, right? Like animals, kids, work, people, whatever, you know, just a lot of noise. Wildlife conservation, zoo attractions, wildlife rehabilitation. You know, so I'm going to say, side note, some of you could be going on a safari or something like that, or looking at other places, destinations, Spirit is saying, cathedrals as well. But this is almost like, I'm going to say, they're talking about the herd. Like, don't follow the herd here, Aquarius. You know, it's your turn to be a beacon of light for others, especially with that Aquarius and Pluto. Like, it's, again, that innovation. But don't follow the crowd. You know, the one thing I'm going to say to that, too, is I'm looking here. You see these giraffes on this card, and there's one giraffe outside of the circle of where the rest of them are. That one is kind of, you know, Fleetwood Mac, going their own way, right? Go your own way. It's time to break free and go your own way, Aquarius. It's time to make your own mark. Just because, you know, maybe a fad or a trend, just as an example, is going on. You know, my kiddo, the Stanley mug thing, sweet Jesus. Stanley's been around forever, right? But all of a sudden the mugs are a thing because of one TikTok or whatever it was. Speak on your individuality, based upon your individuality, not because everybody else is doing something. If everybody else is jumping on the bandwagon for the stock market or jumping off of it because it took a massive hit, think about what your other options are that are maybe a little, Spirit saying unpredictable, but I think other people would not predict for you to make that move because it's not what everybody else is doing. Okay, so this is something about, you know, you doing your own thing in a pristine way that a lot of people just may not be on board with. And it's like, I'm not feeling the vibe. 1313 on the clock there. But it's necessary, so don't follow the herd here. Rehab your finances. They are recuperating, Spirit is saying as well. You know, doing it individualistically rather than basing it upon a group of individuals who say this is what you should be doing. You need to follow your own heart and your own guidance in this. What is this Temple Secrets for Aquarius, please, Spirit? Competition, arena. And that's what I mean. Like, it's you know, to be in competition is not a bad thing, right? Look at this on the bottom: financial center, economic hub, stock market, business district. You can't make it up, guys. So with this, you know, it's like there's a competing interest, right? So again, this doesn't have to necessarily be money, Aquarius. I'm going to reiterate this. This can be your time, your energy, your efforts, Spirit, your sustainability, whatever that means for you. But it's okay to get competitive. It's okay to get competitive with yourself. You know, don't compare yourself to others. But it's like, if this is what I'm doing, this is what they've done, what can I do to make it better for myself in some way? Because it's going to take an upturn. Spirit is saying from the downturn to the upturn, like, it's going to switch over for you. So if you've taken a hit recently, it's a temporary hit. November, I don't know why November's coming up. computers also, like you guys may be very much involved in some kind of technology or something like that to innovate even the way you pay your bills. Like there's something about this. I'm not quite sure why. But I think right now with Mercury in retrograde, Aquarius, this is for you to take time to learn and distract yourself from what everybody else is doing. And I typically would never tell somebody, go distract yourself, you know, from X, Y, and Z. But sometimes we need a distraction, a healthy distraction, right? For something better, so we understand something. This is what you need right now. These readings have been very different since I've gotten back, and I don't know. It's been different. I don't know what else to say. Different. All right, Aquarius. What else for Aquarius spirit? Present energy. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. What's that equal? Your Ten of Pentacles. Hold your ground. Hold steady. Again, this is right now. Whatever this is for you, don't make sudden moves. Really meditate on what it is that you're doing. Put yourself in that bubble. Once again, she's standing alone, right? She's put herself in that protective bubble. Those wands are coming at her, but she is protected. Be careful of people asking to borrow money, even borrowing your time, right? Like, hey, you got 15 minutes. If you don't, then you don't, right? You could also feel like there's competing interest in your time, energy, and attention with other people. Like, you can only give so much of yourself, Aquarius, and I think that that's something here that you need to recognize and be mindful of. But I also feel like for you right now, it's also about staying out of your head, because of this self-imposed restriction with this Eight of Swords. This is your energy here. It's like I'm 7-8, I'm sorry. And then there was 7, 8, and 9. Thank you, Spirit. When you go into something by yourself, you may be getting caught up in the mind space, Aquarius. Don't allow that to happen right now. You know, I also talked about the dirty hands, right? Dirty deeds done with money or whatever this is. I love this Ace of Pentacles in this deck. Dirty hands is also you getting down and doing the work, right? But there's also dirty hands from the way that this looks, right? It's like kind of like being out in the garden digging, you know, planting your seeds. Make sure that the seeds that you are planting are wise investments and not something that could backfire later on as well. You know, and again, I do feel like this is you needing to remove yourself from a particular situation in regards to those investments. Like that owl is the wise one, right? It sits in the tree. It doesn't make sudden moves. It observes what it needs to know. It's you know, building up abundance for the self and knowing when it is time to make the moves and when it's not. Six of Wands, Four of Pentacles, crossing at the Five of Wands. There's that competition and strife. Eight of Cups. Aquarius, you're dealing with something, whether this is a person or something. I feel like this is economically something, honestly, more than it is a person. But of course, we need people and situations to make things happen, to create a situation, and then we learn the lesson, right? We go through, we learn the lesson. You've made an attempt, Spirit is saying, to walk away from this in the past. So, again, Mercury retrograde, it is the past. Like, we can like it, not like it. It's the truth here. It's learning to fight your own inner demons when it comes to dealing with other people. And, you know, success is at hand here. That Six of Wands, Eight of Cups is walking away. Yes, it's no longer emotionally fulfilling. In part, Spirit says, because of the information that you've acquired, right? Like, you find out that something doesn't sit maybe morally or ethically right with you in what it is that you're investing in. Like, I will say this is, again, another example when it comes to money. There's a store that they used to donate 100% of the proceeds to the Children's Hospital, or not Children's Hospital, St. Jude's. And I would donate to them because I knew that 100% of those proceeds were going to that cause, Whereas I would go other places and I would ask them, you know, what percentage, if I donate $1, what percentage of that dollar is going to that charity? And they would say, oh, 35% or 65%. And I'm like, I don't want to donate to help you pay your bills. I'm supposed to be donating to this charity. You're the middleman. Like, charity isn't you taking from a charity, right? I could also say, like, the GoFundMe's and things like that. They take a percentage, right? You know, they got to run their platform, but they take a percentage of the donation to support them versus the person in need. So it's kind of, it gives me that kind of vibe, is like, how moral or ethical is that? Why can't I just go straight to the horse's mouth and go, here's my dollar? I can, without worrying about somebody else taking their cut of something as well. So again, whether this is your time, energy, effort, it's like somebody else's, something else here, and part of it for you is up for grabs. So make sure that the investment is 100% either for you or for the right reasons. Okay, it's about the 100% investment here, Aquarius. Okay, so I hope that this is making sense for you guys. All right, advice, and I'm gonna call it on this one. Advice for Aquarius moving forward throughout the rest of August. Healing heartbreaks, or toxicities, or addictions, abusive relationships. I feel like that's just, yeah, you separating yourself. Like, these things, these people, these energies, these ships, these whatever these are. This is you coming to terms with some losses, whether it's by way of perception of people or situations or government or whatever this might be for you, money, but realizing that it doesn't serve a purpose anymore, and learning how to heal and move on from that. Advice for Aquarius. See, okay, so it comes out is interested in you. So this teddy bear energy, you know, it says specifically wanting to date, but to me, this is you just putting yourself back out there for the next investment. This is you, you know, things coming to light and healing from this meeting and talking, building new things in your life here, Aquarius, that are going to be more beneficial in the long run. Pay attention to your knees too, by the way. Expressing love call, expressions of love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. Again, I'm going back to that informing. There's a lot of this, you know, these cards have all their little lovely, cutesy sayings, whatever. But the energy that I'm reading from this love call is someone who is willing to make the positive investment. So again, it could be love, right? But I feel like this is tied to your security, stability. This is earth energy that's coming through, and it's pentacles, right? Could be your money. Again, time, energy, investment. But this is something that's getting set to bloom in the sense, Aquarius, that this communication is as you move away from something that didn't feel quite right or something that took a downturn, that you are now able to step into this. The next opportunity is opening itself up with this love call, right? It's an expression of this is going to be more fulfilling for you. It makes you feel good. It lights you up. Getting to, you know, potentially make new friends or make new acquaintances or something along the lines as this starts to take off. But it gives you this feeling of, you know, being elevated in a positive direction versus, you know, this thing that you're releasing yourself from. Release and detach there, as I've been talking about. So, any other advice for Aquarius spirit? It's time to do this. And miracles. And that's what I mean. Like, you know, maybe if you were dealing with somebody too, Aquarius, it's like having a hard time letting go of that because it's what you've come to know. Like, I don't know, maybe you got up every morning and check the stock market, and you know what it's like, and you know the devil that you're dealing with, and you know how to play it. But it's time to let it go. You're ready for something new here. That phase has worn itself out. Open yourself up to the new potential of miracles, because and pay attention to that. Lighten up with it. Like, have fun with it. Enjoy it. Move away from whatever you've been stuck in. And what else here? Anything else for Aquarius? One more. Focus. Focus your energy. There's something here very much about letting this go. Something that's holding you back. This new... don't focus on, you know, like if you did take a loss, let's just say you took a loss on something. Don't focus your energy on what went wrong, and how like disappointing it was. Make sure you're shifting your energy and focus into, the sooner I let this go, the sooner I can move on to the next best thing. And the next best thing is going to come in because it's there. You may have, like, let's just say you're looking at some kind of insurance policy. I don't know why that's coming up, but it is. Explore your options. Maybe, sometimes you get online and you do like an auto quote. Next thing you know, you've got 57 freaking insurance companies calling you and driving you batshit insane. It's okay. Like, it may be annoying, but explore your options. Know what is out there for you. Know what's available to you. Do the research. Take the time, because you're going to learn a lot of new information, and it's going to bring in answered prayers for you. But you're going to have to be very discerning of what direction you go with this. But again, this investment is about you, okay, at the end of the day. Aquarius, I hope this was helpful and provided insight to you. I'm going to leave it there. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Personal reads are once again open and available. That info is found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. I look forward to hearing from you guys. I hope you are well. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon.